So now I'm here with Andy Faerman at Miami Fashion Insider, in case you're not following her already. I love her story. I love what she brings into the Miami scene, because we arrived around the same time.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a while now. And what I love about her is how authentic she is. So she's also a stylist, she's a mother, but at the same time she's able to create this community that loves her beyond compare, that supports her beyond compare.
Lucky.
And that simply can be real around her. So I think that's incredible. She's also a stylist, as I was saying, and we're also going to talk about that aspect of her business. But for starters, what inspired you to become a stylist? Where does this come from?
I've always loved fashion. I mean, fashion has been my passion since I was a little girl. I would be in class when I was 6 years old, and I would be drawing fashion drawings. I was obsessed. For me, it has always been a part of who I am. It has been always a part and a way to communicate. You know, I would dress up in certain way depending on my mood. So I changed. I don't know. I've dressed like a rock star. I've dressed like a hippie.
Like a ballerina.
I studied fashion design, and for me, the way people dress and being able to help them has always been more interesting than the process of designing.
Okay.
Dressing someone also has a process, and you design their image in a way.
Yes.
But I worked as a fashion designer for a while, but for me, the styling aspect and seeing how you can change someone's self-esteem and the way they project themselves and the way they behave through what they're wearing, and changing the way they feel is amazing.
How long ago did you start your business as a stylist?
When I started working when I was in college, my first job was as a stylist in a newspaper in La Nación, which is a very big newspaper in Argentina. And that was actually my first job, and I loved it. Then blogging came into my life, and in a way I was working as a stylist for myself by becoming a blogger. So it never disappeared, even though I was working more like as an agency for influencers. I did always have the styling thing on me, especially since I had social media.
And that has always been like where all your life lives, and how you were able to transition so well into this new city, I guess. What have been some of the obstacles that you find? Because also like family, balance, all this.
There are many obstacles. I think the hardest thing for me has been moving here, and starting over has been the scariest thing for me.
Yes.
I was very lucky at the same time, but it has always also been like the best thing that happened to me. It has made me stronger and more confident, and you realize that if you really want something, you can actually go to an event and talk to anyone. I talked to you, I remember. We didn't know each other, and
like, hello there.
Yeah, and you become so social.
That's so important, because I think that I find so many people sometimes write to me on Instagram and they're like, oh, I saw you, but I didn't want to bother you.
No.
Like, you're not there to be bothered. That's the whole point.
Say hello.
It's not bothering, it's conversation.
Yes.
And it's just there to do it.
Yes.
I don't know why we're so self-conscious sometimes, I guess. Yeah.
It's amazing, but people are very scared right now, and to have the human contact, because we're always on our phones.
It makes it harder.
It makes it harder.
And how did you overcome this fear or of reinvention in a way?
I think especially being a mom, I remember that I wanted my kids to feel a certain way about everything we were going through, so I would be so strong for them that it actually made me stronger in a way. I would just go and say hi, because you know what? What are they going to say? They're going to be like, oh no, I'm not saying hi to you. Who are you? I don't care. Like, I can start over and say, I'm Andy. You don't know me, but I'm kind of fun, we should hang out.
Once you start feeling comfortable in a city, that's when you're able to create new things, because that's, for me, it's also what it took me the longest, like to just feel at home. Once you have that, once you overcome that, everything is possible. You build your own network and you start making things happen.
Even the way I communicate in my social media and everything has changed because of that.
So what is your business philosophy in a way? What's your guiding principle for the things you're doing right now? And with business, your life philosophy more than anything.
I believe in priorities. I'm very into that right now, where I have understood that I can't do everything. You know, you get so frustrated because you have all these ideas and you want to do everything.
And how do you define success?
I mean, in a way, and it's hard sometimes for us to actually realize it, but we're so successful that we can actually do what we love.
You wake up excited.
Yes, and the fact that, you know, like I came here today and I was very excited, and, you know, I feel that's success in a way, you know.
Yes.
We come from different countries, we're living here, we're doing this, and there's someone who wants to listen to that. That's success.
True. That's very true. What do you think about Miami and this reinvention that it's going through?
I'm very excited about the idea of having Latin American designers here, about, you know, having all the attention of Latin America here, where they can actually, I mean, be seen by New York, by different cities. It's very hard, especially in our countries, to be noticed. So I think Miami is becoming that platform. And I'm really excited about people who visit Miami that say, okay, so there's so many things to do right now. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know where you should start. Like, you should go to the Pan Museum, you should go to Design District, you should do
There's
this.
a lot to do in the city.
And it's very exciting, yeah.
I agree. And what's going to happen with you for the next couple of months? So
the next couple of months, I'm going to be speaking a little bit more also fashion, but also, you know, what I'm going through.
Of motherhood.
Yeah, but the real thing, not the magazines, not the crazy expectations, you know, the real thing.
Real. Thank you very, very much for this, Andy. We'll continue following your adventures and we look forward to
Thank you for doing this. It's great. I love what you're doing.